No, I never thought that I couldn't do it. I wasn't sure what Dick would end up doing, and we kept that door always open. We kept saying, especially after HBO came on board, just because HBO is filming, you do not have to follow through with this. Just because we have the medicine up in the cupboard, you do not have to follow through. You're welcome to, end this however you would like to do it, and we'll support you in that. But in fact, that was a concern of mine, because I thought he's going to think, oh my goodness, all these people are here. And we kept talking. Even the night before, in the morning, I kept saying, are you sure? And he said, yes, I'm sure. Dick had always said, I do not want to be a burden. That's his pain was not from the cancer. His pain was a mental pain of being helpless, of being unable to do for himself. And that's what drove him is, I don't want to be a burden. And so I want this to end on my terms and end before I get to the point where I can't swallow the medication, or before I can't do that. And so that was when we started kind of laying out, what would you like? How do we want this to happen? And the deal sort of in our family, between Dick and I, has always been, whoever, if it's your body, you get to choose. So at the beginning of our marriage, it was about haircuts and, clothes colors or something. As we went on, it became more serious until we got to this, where Dick said, absolutely, I'm doing end-of-life medication. And it was, okay, it's your body, you get to choose. So if that's what you want to do, let's do it. And my son-in-law always says, when we do things, we're all in. So we thought, all right, let's learn everything we can about it. Let's figure out what we want to do. So we did, we had the death doula of our area talk to us about how what the options were after Dick died. I had worked in the hospital, and I had experience with people dying. And
I noticed that, by the way, that when Dick's breathing became labored,
yes,
that even in that moment, that you also were able to say to
yes,
your family and everyone who was gathered, this is part of the process. And I had wondered how you knew that, because I don't know how many people in the room have had this same experience, but I would venture to say very few of us. So I had wondered how you knew that.
We had read information, read about what it's like to die. Hospice had information, and they don't always give it out. But if you keep asking, if you say, I'm interested in this.
So you really had to push even
yes,
for that information.
Push, I'm not sure if push is the right word, express an interest. And because a lot of people would rather not know. And so hospice tends to be sensitive to what you want. But if you start asking questions, they're happy to fill it in. You just have to make sure you want to hear the answer, because sometimes that's hard.